Once upon a time,
I wished
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young
more
maiden,
than life,
a sad young
more
lad,
than Jupiter.
I wish
and a childless baker.
more than life.
I wish
With his wife.
More than anything.
more than the moon.
I wish.
The king is giving a festival.
More than life.
I wish
to go to the festival.
More than riches.
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had a child.
Squeeze, pal. Squeeze,
I
pal.
wish to go to the
I
festival.
wish you'd give us some
I wish we might have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
The poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the
Wait, you
festival?
Cinderella, the
You
festival,
Cinderella,
the
the festival, the King's Festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival?
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails. Look at your dress. People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless,
You still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but violent, black of heart. As for the lad Jack, he had no father, and his mother,
I wish,
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son was not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. A lot of things. You foolish child. What in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky Way needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk?
Why, come in, little girl. I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you pick them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
Perhaps a sticky bun or 4 birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and
Perhaps a
ponds.
few of those
Come, little birds, down from the eaves and the leaves, over fields, out of castles and ponds.
Squeeze.
Quick little birds, flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no. He's the best cow.
Was. She's been dry for a week. We've got no food and no money and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Oh, Jack, look at her. There are bugs on her dogs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. But son, there's no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sorta hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Now don't stray and be late.
And save some of those sweets for Granny.
Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, and who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark.
Till
birds, back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the...
Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here, I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can't you hide it with a hat?
You look beautiful.
I know. She means me.
Put it in a twist.
Who will be there? Father said be good. Father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good, Cinderella. Nice, good, good. Nice. Tighter! What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good. Oh, not that tight. Sorry. Claude.
Because the baker had lost his father and mother in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to start a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
Well, what do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were but a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told her father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens. Greens, nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddle ferns, and lettuce. It's all right. But it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through the rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or dog, or chair, or... But I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said, Sarah, you can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No, but you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister. Not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I'd been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But what was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans. Beans? The special beans! I let them go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I'm watching him crawl back over the wall. Then bang, crash, and the lightning flash. That's another story. Never mind, anyway. At last the big day came. I made my claim. Oh, don't take away the baby. They screeched and screeched, and I did. And I hid her. Well, she'll never be reached. Your father cried and your mother died, and for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on me. You too, son, that your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss, and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you, the same I tell kings and queens. They'll never, ever, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
Listen to me now, Jack. Leave Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Take no less than £5. Are you listening, Jack?
Yes.
How much are you to ask?
No more than £5. Ow, ow!
Less than 5. Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. So can't you sit here dreaming pretty dreams? To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So, into the woods, the time is now. You have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow, be ready ready for the journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Oh, Jack, someday you'll have a real pet.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be.
Go to the woods! Ladies! The carriageway!
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes, lentils are one thing, but darling, with those, you make us the fools of the festival, and born to find the prince!
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if they're...
The witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you are not to come.
We know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell.
No, the spell is on our house.
No, you are
We
not to
must
come,
lift
and
the
that's
spell
final.
together. The spell
Now,
is on our house.
what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red
And
as blood,
so the
hair
baker
is yellow as
reluctantly
corn,
set off to
slipper
meet
is
the
pure as
enchantress's
gold.
demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the
The
festival.
cow is white as milk,
But
the
how
cape
am I
is
ever
red
to
as
get to
blood,
the
the hair is
festival?
yellow
I
as
know
corn.
I'll visit Mother's grave to
What?
slay for the hazel
The
tree.
floor is
Tell
gold,
her I
the
just
cow,
want to
the
go to
cape
the
is
king's
silver.
festival. The
The woods,
hair
it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight. I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods
to lift the spell. Into the woods to visit Mother. Into the woods to fetch the things.
to make the potion.
Go to the festival.
into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get your wish, I don't care how, the time is now. Into the
To
woods.
sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid,
There's something in the glade there.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king, sell the cow,
To make the potion.
to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods, and home before dark. Cinderella planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, can befall when least expected.
I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. It's not to my liking.
Hello, Jack!
How did you know my name?
When I first appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious.
Say that again?
Aren't you going to market? You could have been there long ago. Taking your time, Jack?
No, sir?
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, now I'm resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
Oh, Jack! Why such a sum?
Because my mother told me
Your
so.
mother! A boy at your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans!
Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine. So grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where does your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl, what's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment,
Mother
my
said,
dear.
come what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh for the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, so I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Ow!
Oh, is harm to come to that little girl in the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
You frighten me.
That's the cape. Get it, get it, get it.
How do I get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
Oh, I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I can't. Oh, my Rapunzel, listen to her beautiful music.
Get me what I need! Get me what I need! This is ridiculous. I'm never gonna get the red cape, or find a golden cow and a yellow slipper. Was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow?
The cow
Oh,
is white
no.
as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, slipper is pure
What are
as
you
gold.
doing here?
You forgot your scarf!
You have no business being in the wood, and you have no idea what I've come upon here. You would have been frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
The spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell.
We
The
must
spell is
lift
on
the
my
spell
house.
together.
The spell is...
A cow as white as...
Milk. Hello there, young lad.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
I was heading toward the market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And what are you planning to do
And
there?
what are you planning to do there?
Oh, sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Mm-hmm. Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be very generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am?
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
Well, I suppose my mother and I would have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans? Oh no, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
What?
And beans will bring you food, son.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Well, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Oh, well, magic that defies description.
Oh, but my mother would.
You'll be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We simply couldn't part with all of them. We must keep one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly. Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. One day I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans? You've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for that creature. We did him a favor. And at least now they'll have some food.
5 beans?
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes!
No one matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size.
What?
Only 3 more tries and we'll have a prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the the cow and go home. I'll carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker set off to find the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so locked her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest.
Children are a blessing when you know where they are. Nothing so distressing though is when they keep you guessing, so be sure you don't leave any doors ajar. Make a little world, our little world is big enough for me. Perfect, our little world is all it needs to be. Perfect.
Brushing my hair, combing my hair, only my mother and me and my hair. Our little
world is perfect.
She just didn't drown.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. Rapunzel. Rapunzel! Look at her complexion, still untouched by the sun. Children need protection just the way they need affection, or they wonder and they wander and they run from your little world. Our little world
is all I have to say.
perfect.
Our little
world is everything a world ought to be. Perfect, perfect.
Brushing my hair,
Tending her hair,
drying my
stroking
hair,
her hair,
unraveling my
looking at her hair.
Binding and binding and winding my
Something we can share. Hair, our little world is perfect.
or at least she claims.
Nothing to change her.
She only would cut her nails.
Each day like the other.
Didn't have those pointy
Nothing
teeth.
to divert her, to disconcert her.
Tiny eyes.
Nothing that could possibly hurt her.
Otherwise,
Our little world is perfect.
world enough for me.
Our little world,
Growing my hair.
braiding her hair.
What would I care what they're doing out there?
If what was growing was only her hair and not her, that I'd prefer. Nevertheless, our little world is perfect. Our little world is perfect. Delicious. Fulfilling. Exclusive. Unchanging. Exemplary.
Rapunzel. Rapunzel! What a strange name. Strange but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I shall stand beneath her window and ask her to let down her hair to me.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets and half the loaf of bread.
Wherever did you get this beautiful cape? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? You know, I'd love to have a red cloak like that.
You look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
I don't like to be without my cape. Please give it back.
Oh, but I want it very badly.
Give it back, please!
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
I just wanted to make sure that you really loved this cape. Now go to your granny's and make sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather wolf than you any day!
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. My grandmother. You're looking awfully strange. What big ears you have.
Well, the better to hear you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what large eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
The better to eat you with!
And no sooner had the wolf said this within a single bound, he was devouring the little girl.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf went to bed for a nice, long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eating? Grandmother, ha! What is that red cloth doing at the corner of your mouth? It looks to be a piece of... All right, I'll get the cape. From within your stomach.
What a fright! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf!
Kill the devil! Take that knife and cut his head off! Let's see you slice him to 1,000 bits! Better yet, let the animal die a painful, agonizing, hideous death.
Granny!
Quiet, child. That evil must be destroyed.
I'll leave you to your task.
Don't you want the skins?
No, you keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker!
Oh,
Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And she showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path, where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone set us free. And we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in the cape and the hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? and a little bit not. Oh, Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes. Maybe Granny will make me another with the skins of that wolf.
Thank you! Oh!
And so the baker, with the second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than ever felt, went back through the wood. As for the lad Jack...
Ow! Only an adult would exchange a cow for beans. Mother, no! Come on, it's off to bed with you without supper.
Little did they know that those beans would sprout into a ginormous stalk that would stretch up into the heavens.
Are you all right, miss?
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
Wow, what a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the festival?
Yes.
Well, aren't you the lucky one?
I do not see her, sir. Have you seen a gorgeous young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so.
I think I see her over there. Yes!
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
You know, if a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide.
Well, then what brings you here? And with a cow?
My husband is somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh.
Yes, now, the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And?
It's a very nice ball.
And?
When I entered, they trumpeted.
And? The prince.
Oh, the prince?
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes. And?
And it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Yes.
I don't need a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. To be pursued by a prince. I mean, all that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Would you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean slippers?
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
As pure as gold.
I need to get home.
Wait! I need your shoes! Wait, hey, come back here!
1 midnight gone.
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
Never remove it, a ball.
Or pink.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
1 midnight gone!
The mouth of the wolf's not the end of the
A
world.
servant is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
1 midnight gone.
Sometimes the things you
The
most wish
harder
for
to get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
One midnight gone.
Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you. Exploring things you never dared, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest. And she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend at all, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you know, and the world you left, and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run. And you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
Oh, good fortune, sir. What? Look what I have. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She gave me these 5 to do with whatever I please.
Oh, my.
Where's Milky White?
Milky White? She's home with my wife.
Well, let's go find them.
Wait. I don't know that I wish to sell.
But you said I might buy my cow back someday.
I know. I'm just not sure that 5 gold pieces...
Are you saying that you wish more money?
Well, more money is always...
Here, keep this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait, but I didn't say... 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When I first appear, I seem delirious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How much is a child worth? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I never thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You haven't thought about a lot of things, have you, son?
No, wait, give me that back. It's not yours.
Nor is it Jack's. The money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish is granted.
Wait, come back! What are you doing here now?
I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2, I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
Well, I should have known better than to entrust her to you.
She might just have easily have run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
Who cares? The cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back!
We were just gonna go do that. Oh, but wait, I can't give you this now.
Don't give me that, fool. I don't want to touch that if you know sense. Oh, my Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music.
Lovely.
She's very gifted.
Deliver the items before tomorrow's midnight, or you'll wish you never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. But go back to the village. No, I will make things right. And then we can just go about our lives. No more hunting in the woods for strange objects, and no more witches, or dim-witted boys, or hungry little girls. Go!
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I've been searching all night for her.
Her?
The gorgeous one I danced the night with.
Well, where did she go?
Disappeared like the fine morning mist.
She was lovely?
The loveliest.
I am not so certain of that. I must confess, I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in the top of a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the mossy knoll.
How do you manage a visit with her?
Well, I stand beneath her tower and say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And then she lowers the most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn. Which I climb to her.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what sort of a name is that? You jest, I have never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince. None would run from us.
Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Ah, agony, far more painful than yours.
What?
When you know she would go with you, if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach? Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
Ooh, you know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair, and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery. Though it's different for each,
Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach.
agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. Get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a young lad with curly hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition, answering to the name of Jack?
But not the one partial to a white cow.
That's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be so queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
Oh, I have no children.
That's okay, too.
Yes, well, I've not seen your son tonight.
I hope he didn't go back up that beanstalk. Quit while you're ahead, I always say. Jack! Jack!
Moo! Moo! Moo!
Moo!
Where did you find her?
What are you doing?
I'm here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to make sure that your wish is granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
I hope there are no witches to encounter here. Rapunzel, Rapunzel! Let down your hair!
Is that you, my prince?
Yeah. Excuse me for this. My, you certainly take plenty of spills.
Oh, it's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold.
Yes, they're all you could wish for in beauty.
What I wouldn't give for just one.
One isn't likely to do you much good.
Yes. So, was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
Yes. And?
And? They have far too much food.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince?
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh? Who?
I'm afraid I was rude.
Oh? How?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes, and?
And I'm not in the mood.
He must have really taken a liking to you.
I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense! Every girl dreams of just...
Yes, there she is.
I must run. Wait, and I need your shoes. Stop that! No, no, I needed to have a child, and I needed to get out of here. No.
Where'd she go? Don't play the fool, woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in a ball gown? She went that way. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Yes, sir. Where did he go? Who?
The prince, of course!
Yes! He went that way, but you'll never catch him.
We would have it that mongrel with the cow had molested us.
Cow?
Please just let me compare this color to that of your own.
He wants to compare our hair to corn. Over there!
I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
I see you've the cow.
Yes, I have the cow. I've only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We have an entire day left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
Huh. We? So you mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure. More sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took two of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, who can tell if you do? It takes two.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes one to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes two of you. It's no fun. But what needs to be done, you can do. When there's two of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods. Just the two of us beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more than we're done. We want four, we had none. We've got three. We need one. It takes two.
Stop her! Stop that hen!
What?
That one! Oh, Providence! My Milky White, come here. Mwah! And the owners, and my hen!
Whoa! This hen just dropped in my hand.
A golden egg? I've never seen a golden egg.
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
5 gold pieces?
No, I never said that I would sell.
But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
Some old man.
You said I could have my cow.
I didn't say you could. I said you might.
You would take money before a child?
Milky White is dead.
2.
Midnight's gone.
Wanting a ball is not wanting a prince.
Near may be better than far, but it still isn't
It
there.
may be better than far, but it still isn't there.
The ball?
So near.
So far.
You never loved somebody else's child.
2 minutes gone.
The way you love.
So near.
The prince.
So far.
The greatest prize often lies at the end of the thorniest path.
2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone.
2 midnights gone, and the baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
No one with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it. Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit in securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I think it best that you go for the cow, as I have met a maiden with a golden slipper these previous eves, and I think I might succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine!
Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen.
No, please. please.
What were you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why could you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince. But I am old, I am ugly, I embarrass you.
No.
Yes, you are ashamed of me.
No.
You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there. In the world it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there could love you more? What out there that I cannot supply? Stay with me. Stay with me. The world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child. With me. I gave you protection and yet you deceived me.
But did you think I was going to stay atop that tower forever?
You lied. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen.
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Just go away.
In need of another cow?
What a beautiful vest. Ooh, and skirt.
Stay away from my vest and skirt, or I'll slice you into 1,000 bits.
Whoa! I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
My granny made it for me. From the wolf that attacked us. And I got to skin the animal. And best of all, I was given this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, see what I have? A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where did you get this egg?
I stole it from the kingdom of the giant, up there. Oh, you think that is something? Oh, you should see the harp that the giant has. It plays beautiful tunes without you even having to touch it.
Okay. Of course it does. So why don't you go up to that magic kingdom, bring it back, and show me?
Oh, I could.
You could not.
Oh, I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar!
Oh, I can. And you'll see. I'll get that harp.
After having cast Rapunzel into a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. As he fell from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares.
knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs, I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, that's a thought, which would be his response. But then what if he knew who you were? Would you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? But then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, which you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right, but you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all once you're there, though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough because you're still standing stuck in the stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Though at home they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace. Oh, no. Oh, don't come any closer to me!
Wait,
No.
just hear me out.
We have nothing to discuss. You attacked me once before.
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. No, please, I need it. Here is a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean? Nonsense.
Wait, don't do that.
I've already given up one shoe tonight. My feet cannot bear to give up the other.
I need that shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Well, does it make sense that you're running from a prince?
Stop!
Wait, please. Here, take my shoes, okay? You'll run faster. Oh!
Who was that woman?
I don't know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
Wait, I've done nothing.
I have the cow!
Slipper! We've all four!
I will give this slipper to the prince, and we will search the kingdom tomorrow for the maiden who fits this shoe.
That is mine! I don't care if this costs me my
Give her the
life!
slipper and all will be well.
What was that noise?
What, sir? Just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom.
How dare you go off in search without me?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought that I...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared in pitch, and there where the maiden ran down remained her slipper.
Oh, brilliant!
I thought so too. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
Well, sir, I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper. Ding.
Give her the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When I first appear, I seem deleterious. But
Shut up. Just do as the man says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort, and we only need one.
Yes.
There's a dead giant in my backyard! Jack was coming down the beanstalk and he was calling for his axe. And then when he got to the bottom, he took the axe and started hacking away at the stalk. And suddenly, with a crash, the stalk fell. And there was no Jack. For all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, he's safe, and if he's been crushed, well, then there's nothing any of us can do about it now, is there? Now, I must be off because I have to rest before the search is to commence tomorrow, so...
Does no one care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
He's dead, is he not?
With such a thud, I would suppose. The third midnight is here, you all captives.
Yes, Slipper, Hair.
Cape? Cow.
That cow doesn't look white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She
Don't do
is.
that.
Oh, that cow has been covered in flour!
We did have a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
Thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Well, of course I prefer a live cow. Bring me the dead cow and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now.
Oh, good, there you are, Jack. I've been worried sick about you.
Mother, look, the most beautiful harp.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed coming back down that plant.
She's too heavy.
What's going on?
Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a harp.
Quiet! Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
Oh, here, I'll do it. She'll only milk for me.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about a child.
Wait just one moment. We have followed your instructions. 1, that cow is as white as milk, correct?
Yes.
2, that cape certainly was as red as blood.
Yes.
And 3, the slipper was...
Yes.
4, I compared that hair to this ear of corn.
Yes, and I pulled it from a maiden in a tower, and
What? What were you doing there?
Oh, just passing by.
Oh, I touched that hair. Don't you understand? I cannot have touched the ingredients.
No!
The cord! I'll take the silky hair from the cord and feed it to the cow. Quickly!
What?
This had better work before the last midnight, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Not now.
Son?
Yes, meet your father.
Father? Could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't run away from you, son.
It's working!
She's milking!
I don't understand.
Not now! Into the cup!
We've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son! Son!
Father? Father!
All is repaired.
He's dead!
And so the mysterious man died, having ended the curse on his house. For the baker, there'd be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. As for the witch, she was cursed with age and ugliness that night that her beans were stolen and the lightning flashed, and now she was returned to her former state of youth and beauty. As for Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, she returned home to the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began his search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. As he approached Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe. Darling, I know. What'll we do? It'll have to go. When you're as wide as in a ride, you'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain, and was lifted up onto the horse by the prince to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride, and the other sister was asked to try on the shoe.
won't it fit? Darling, be still. Cut off a bit of the heel and it will. And when you're his wife, you'll have such a life. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. But as she was lifted onto the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, just a little stunted kitchen wench his late wife left behind. She's much too dirty. She cannot show herself.
I insist.
and as Cinderella presented herself and tried on the slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I always wanted a son.
Much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, Cinderella got onto the prince's horse and rode off.
No blood at all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend a prince.
Finally, as for Rapunzel, after wandering aimlessly in the desert, she bore twins and lived impoverished there until the day that her prince, hearing a voice so familiar, rushed towards it. She was so overjoyed at seeing him, she fell into his arms, weeping. 2 of her tears pierced his eyes, and they restored his vision.
I was going to come find you as soon as you learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
Mother?
This is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We'll be as happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
She will speak for herself. You're the only family I know. Come with me, you and those beautiful babies. Please. You leave me no choice. Hey, okay, come on, wake up. Here we go. 1 more, 2.
As is often the case with these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others.
Oh, okay.
And when the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, hoping to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as they stood beside the blessed couple, pigeons swooped out upon them and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness.
I see your princess found you. Yes. Thank you for the slipper. I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think that I could find you. I didn't think I could be so happy.
And so it came to pass. All that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and all those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after. Ever after. Journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after. Ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away, all this tenderness and laughter for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers and confusion, and the path would often swerve. There were constant disillusions, but they never lost their nerve, and they reached the right conclusion.
And we got what we deserve. Not a sigh and not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy. I was vain. I was haughty. I was smug. We were happy. It was fun, but we were blind. And then we went into the woods to get our wish, and now we're really blind.
I was perfect. I had everything with beauty has power, and a daughter like a flower in a tower. But I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary.
We're unworthy. We're unhappy now, and happiness as well as ever after. Happy used our common sense and worthy of our discontent. To be happy and forever, you must see your wish come true. Don't be careful. careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do. Skip those, right where you may lose. The path where you may go slow. Skip those paths where you may use. The path where you may go slow. You have to stand, you must stand, you make your wish, you wish, you have your wish, but you can't just wish to get your wish. Go into the woods where nothing's there, where witches, ghosts, and wolves appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell. Into the woods to lose the longing. Into the woods to have the child. To win the prince. To get the money. To save the house. To kill the wolves. To find the father. To enter the kingdom. To have to wed. To get to save. To kill. To keep. To go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods. To be continued. And happy ever after.
Once upon a time. Later.
I wish
In the same far-off kingdom
more than anything.
lived a young princess,
More than life.
the lad Jack,
More than foot.
I wish.
and the baker and his family.
No, I miss.
I wish.
More than anything.
More than the moon.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than
I
life.
miss.
The time has come for a festival.
More than riches.
I miss my kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything.
Wish we had more room.
Another room.
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection. I never thought I could be so happy.
Not an unhappy moment.
I never think we'd be this
Not a
rich.
conceivable
I never thought
objection.
we'd have a baby.
I never thought I could be
I'm
so happy.
Happy now, happy hence, happy ever after. We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy.
Not one round.
Lots of pence with my cow.
Little gurgle.
Darling, I must go now.
We should really sell it.
Where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them.
I'm going to be a perfect
I'm gonna be a
wife.
perfect son.
I'm gonna be a perfect
I'm
mother.
gonna be a perfect
I'm gonna
father.
see that he is so happy. I never thought I'd love my life. I would have settled for another.
Then to become a woman.
Then to be set for love.
Then to beget a child.
Then fortune smile. I'm so happy.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
We'll expand our quarters in due time.
Why would we expand when we can simply move to another cottage?
No, we will not move. This was my father's house. And now it will be my son.
You would raise your child alongside a witch?
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Babies cry, he's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
No, he wants his mother. Here.
I can't take care of him all the time.
I'll care for him when he's older. We had to go through thick and thin.
Had a life that got to live. I never thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so happy.
Oh my goodness!
Are you all right?
I think so.
And the baby?
Yes, he's fine. Are you all right?
You! Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look.
Destroyed.
What has happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
What could do such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake. My garden was trampled. Those are footprints.
Who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no good.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever seen a bear with 40-foot feet?
A dragon.
No scorch marks. Usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin.
Stinks.
Giant?
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant?
Should we tell someone?
Who are you going to tell?
Well, the royal family, of course.
The royal family? I wouldn't count on that family to snuff out a rat. Oh, with a giant, we'll have to go to battle. The giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. It's hard to outwit a giant. A giant's just like us, only bigger. Much, much bigger. So big that we are just like an expendable bug beneath its boot. Boom!
We are moving.
And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Milky Way, look, it's the butcher.
The baker.
The baker?
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon our house today.
Jack was home with me all day.
The baker explained that he feared that there was a giant in the land.
Oh, I could go with you. I can recognize the giant's footprint.
You'll do no such thing.
But any help at all?
I'm sorry, but you'll get none from us. No one cared when there was a giant in my backyard. I don't remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
Well, a giant in your backyard is one thing. A crushed home is completely different.
Listen here, young man. Giants never strike the same house twice. I wouldn't worry.
Well, I'm taking the news to the castle nonetheless.
And when he reached the castle, it was Cinderella who received his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madam. This small man insists on seeing you.
Princess, I've come to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Where in the land did you see this giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see it.
Then how do you know there is a giant in the land?
Our home was destroyed, and there are footprints.
That could have been any number of things. I will show you to the door.
Wait!
Now, a home was recently visited by a giant descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
The giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait, please. I have a young child. Princess, our child was very difficult to come by. His safety is of great importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take this matter up with the prince when he returns.
I'm going off to sell a harp, Jack.
Mother, no!
Listen to me. We don't want this harp around while there is a giant still on the loose.
But Mother, I know how to kill the giant.
I've had enough of giants.
But Mother, if I could help.
Please say that you'll just stay within your surroundings.
But Mother, I'm a man now.
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. Promise?
Promise! Ow, ow, I promise, I promise. Whoa, what happened to your house?
Oh, we've had a baking accident.
Baking accident?
No use frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to do without the bread and sweets. Besides, I have all I can carry.
Why such a load?
Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. We had an accident too. I came home to find our house collapsed, as if a big wind blew it in. I couldn't find my mother anywhere.
Oh no.
So I salvaged what I could, and now I'm off. Oh, good friends, what news have you? What of Mother's grave? What kind of trouble? I can't. A princess isn't supposed to go into the woods unescorted. Good idea. I'll disguise myself, and then I can go and see what the trouble is. Thank you, Bert.
We'll take you to Granny's.
No, I'll take you.
I don't need anyone to come with me. I've gone plenty of times before.
Not when such winds have been blowing.
That's right. We'll all take you. I am not about to stay here with a child when wind might return to this house too.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm gonna go find that giant.
Into the woods, it's always when you think at last you're through, and then into the woods you go again to take another journey.
Into the woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've not to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Into the woods to find the giant.
To the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late, it's just another journey.
To the woods, but not too long. The skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay the giant.
Into the woods to shield the child.
Fleet winds.
To find a future,
To shield,
Slay.
Fleet.
to find,
To fix.
to hide,
To move.
To battle.
To see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. You just locked me in a tower for all my life. And then blinded my prince and banished me to a desert where I had little to eat. And again, no company. And bore twins. It's because of the way you treated me that I will never be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother. Rapunzel, stay here. There's a giant running about.
Ah, good brother. What a surprise.
Brother, how good to see you.
What brings you into the woods today?
I am investigating news of a giant.
You. Investigating news of a giant? Father would not even do that. That is business for your steward or less.
Well, what brings you into the wood then?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off!
She's a changed woman now, subject to hysterical fits of crying, moods no soul could predict. I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella?
She remains well.
Does she? Now tell me, dear brother, what are you really doing here?
High in a tower like yours was, but higher, a beauty asleep. All round the tower, a thicket of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen, when the one thing you want is the thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask it, a maiden, alas, just as unwakeable.
What unmistakable
agony is the way always barred. She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard. No. Agony, such that princes must weep. Always enthroned to anything, almost or something asleep.
If it were not for the thicket.
A thicket's no trick, is it thick?
It's the thickest.
The quickest is pick it apart with a stick.
Yes, but even one prick, it's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarves.
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 Dwarves are very upsetting.
Not forgetting the tasks unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable but unavailable.
Agony, misery, woe, not to know what you miss,
while they lie there for years,
and you cry on their beards.
What unbearable bliss!
Agony that can cut like a knife. Ah, well, back to my wife. What's that? Rapunzel. I must be off. Godspeed to you, brother.
Godspeed.
After hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is straight.
Was straight. Now there is no path.
Where's the stream? Where's the lily pond? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Perhaps we should turn back.
No!
We'll just have to find Granny's house without the path.
But Mother warned me never to stray from the path.
But the path is strayed from you.
Wait! That looks familiar. See in the distance? Your large oak trees!
Yeah, I recognize.
Who might that be?
It's the steward and the royal family. What are you doing in the woods?
The castle has been set upon by a giant!
Oh no!
I warned you. Why didn't you do something?
I don't make policy, just carry it out.
And I warned you, you can't rely on the royal family to solve your problems.
I think it best we all go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a hurry if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle.
No.
What?
All that's left of my garden is a sack of beans, and there's not much left of your house either.
But I heard the giants never strike the same house twice.
You heard wrong. The giant's a woman!
That size!
Where is the lad who killed my husband?
There is no lad here.
We haven't seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away. Don't move!
It was you who destroyed our house! Not a great wind! It's because of you I've no mother!
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter, and then he stole our gold, our hen, and our harp. Then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoings.
We are not responsible for him!
You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are dumb. Give me the boy.
We told you he's not here!
The girl speaks the truth.
I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as to which course of action to take.
Put a spell on her!
I no longer have my powers. If I did, you think I'd be standing around here with all of you? Now, we have to give her someone.
Who?
The steward. It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving up my life for anyone.
Don't take it personally.
I'm waiting.
You must understand, these were not people familiar with making choices. Their past experiences in the woods had not prepared them for a force this great.
Excuse me? Would you like a blind girl instead?
How dare you?
Put them out of their misery.
Oh, we are not that miserable!
What are you talking
She
about?
doesn't want a woman.
What do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting.
It is interesting to examine the moral issue at question here. The finality of such stories dictates that. Oh no. No. I tell the story, I'm not a part of it.
That's right.
Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
That is my role, you see. There must always be someone on the outside.
You're gonna be on the inside now.
You're making a big mistake.
Nonsense.
There must always be an objective observer to pass the story along.
Some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you'll never know how your story ends. You'll be lost.
He is the only one who knows the story.
You think it'll be fun when you have to tell it yourselves? Think of your baby.
Stop! He's right. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. And put that away.
That's better. You don't want to live in a world of chaos? There must always be an objective.
Here's the lad!
I am not the lad.
This is not the lad.
Oh, don't drop! Why did you push him into her arms?
You wanted to get rid of him too.
We might have thought of something else.
If it was up to you, a decision would never be made.
Well, now that he's gone, we'll never know what happens next.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No! Jack is just a boy. We had no food to eat, and he sacrificed his beloved cow for magic beans. If anybody should be punished, it's the man who made that exchange.
That's right.
Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrongs.
We've suffered too. Do you think it was a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You are getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? Who's been flouncing around in our kingdom?
Speak quiet!
I'll hide my son, Jack, and you'll never find him.
Don't upset the giant!
You'll never find him.
I'm warning you.
And if you don't leave our kingdom right now, after all that you've done, we'll get you. We'll...
Where is your son? Is that him?
No, this is not the boy. Stay here. Stay here.
The lad is in the steeple tower.
That's true.
Yeah.
If he is not, I will return and find you.
Rapunzel.
No, don't step on!
She's in poor condition.
Wake up.
Don't let Jack be hurt. We won't. As I stand here at death's door, don't let him be hurt.
I do all I can.
Promise. Promise.
All right. I promise.
No, come away from there. You killed her!
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
Behind walls as I could not. Now you know what's out there in the world. No one stays untainted by the world. Only I, who loved you as you were. Only I, No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way, still they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Oh, just when things were so steady, now this. When are things going to return to normal?
We must be gone if we are to return before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We're off to a hidden kingdom.
Take everybody.
Fools, there's nowhere to hide.
You'll never make it. We need to stay here and figure a way out of this together.
Some people were cut off to battle giants, others were not. I don't have the Constitution, and since I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Things will turn out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope the giant steps on them all!
You shouldn't say things like that.
You were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when are you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask a wolf's mother.
Stop it.
I suggest we find that boy and give her what she wants.
If we give her the boy, she'll kill him too.
And if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom.
One step at a time. Maybe if he apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, he'll return the stolen goods.
Yes! He really is a sweet boy at heart. She will see that.
You people are so blind. It is because of that boy that there's a giant in our land. While you all stand here talking, I will find that boy and I will serve him to the giant for lunch.
Are we going to let her feed that boy to the giant?
No.
I'll have to find him first.
Yes, I'll go too.
No, stay here with the baby.
Well, fan out. It will increase our chances of finding him. Here. Stay here with the baby. I don't want you roaming about the woods.
You would leave our child with her?
Yes, he's sleeping. He'll be safe with the girl.
But what if the giant returns here?
The giant will not harm them, I know.
How do you know?
I know.
But what if...
What if? Will only a giant's foot stop your arguing?
You'll stay here with the baby. Please.
Do you two always argue like this?
No. Not really.
Seems like you do.
There is nothing wrong with having an argument.
Oh, I see.
Milky! Milky!
Him. Jack! Stay here.
But I want you to come.
No, please, you'll be safer here.
Don't go too far, please.
I will only walk 100 paces. If I can't find him, I'll turn around and come right back. 1, 2, 3. '81, '82, '81. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Yes.
Have you come upon the giant yet?
No,
I have.
you have.
Yes.
And what are you doing alone in the woods?
Oh, my husband and I, we were... Well, it's a long story.
He would let you roam alone in the woods?
Well, no, actually, it was my choice. I'm looking for the lad.
Your choice. How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Oh!
Why, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Of course, you're right, how foolish. Foolishness can happen in the woods. Once again, please, let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment. After all, seize the moment. Skies may fall any moment.
This is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings let us meet the moment unblushed. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
Jack? Jack! 81, 82, 83. Is something wrong, ma'am? May I be of some service?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Oh, now don't say that.
It's true, you wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm sure the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our land.
Well, there's been no sign of the prince. No doubt he's out seducing some young maiden.
What?
Well, I heard that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You know, you look just like the princess, but dirty. You are the princess.
Oh, no, please, stand up, stand up. I am no princess here.
Well, what are you to do?
I must return to the castle.
You haven't heard. We came upon the royal family. The castle has been set upon by the giant.
And the prince?
Well, he wasn't with them. You must come with us. You'll be safe in our company.
Now I must leave you.
What? Why?
The giant.
Giant. I'd almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods, our moment shivering and lovely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Every moment is of moment when you're in the woods. Now I must go off to slay a giant, for that is what the next moment holds for me. I shall not forget you, how brave you are to be alone in the woods. And how alive you made me feel.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming, what is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. No one lives in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never! It's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of the woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the wise. Just a moment. One peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never? And That's what woods are for those moments in woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment you can live in the woods. And to get to what you wish, only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go, don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you've had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods.
She should be back by now.
She said she'd only go 100 paces.
I'm sure she'll return soon.
No, I should go look for her. In what direction did she go?
Ow! Look who I found.
Oh, please don't let her feed me to the giant.
It's not our fault the giant wants you. Ow, you're hurting me.
Let go of him.
Leave him alone.
Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Where did you find this? Jack, where's my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was crying over her like she was his own mother.
How awful.
How could this happen?
I buried her in a footprint.
What was I thinking? I should have just stayed with her.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead.
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now, I suggest we get this boy to the giant before we're all so much dead meat.
Keep away from him. No!
This is no time to be soft-hearted. I'm going to the giant and I'm taking him with me.
Yes. He's the one to blame. It's because of you that there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault. I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, Magic. Beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told were they worthless beans were they oversold. Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
So it's your fault.
No.
So it's your fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, though I only sold the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes.
No, it isn't. I'd have kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get the cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
So it's his fault.
It was his fault.
Yes,
No.
it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place, second place?
Yes. How?
Well, you had the other bean.
The other bean?
The other
You
bean?
pocketed the other bean.
No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's your
No,
fault.
it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her
No,
fault.
it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoe, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is
You
you.
mean that old bean met your wife? Oh dear, well I never knew, and so I thought, well don't look here.
So it's your fault.
So it's her fault. And it isn't mine at all.
But what?
Well, if you hadn't gone back up again,
We were needy.
You were greedy. Did you need that hand?
Well, I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then. Yes, and what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared you to?
She dared me to. She said that I was scared to. She dared me.
No, I didn't.
So it's your fault.
Wait a minute. If you hadn't dared him to.
And you would let the harp alone,
well,
we
if you
wouldn't be in
hadn't thrown
trouble
away
in the
the bean
first
in the
place.
first place, she hadn't raised him in the first
You
place.
hadn't raised them in the
Yes,
first
you raised the
place.
beans in the first place.
It's your fault.
You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom, squish. Told a little lie, stole a little gold, broke a little vow. Did you? Had to get your wish. Had to get your cow.
Had to get your prince, doesn't matter how. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. It's the last midnight. Everybody smash flat. Nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We can always give her the boy. No, of course it really matters. It's the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine, if that's the thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy.
No!
No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch. You're the world. I'm the hitch, I'm what no one believes. I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves, like his father, like his son will be too. Why bother? You'll just do what you do in the last midnight. So goodbye, all. Nothing but a vast midnight. Soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you want a bean? Have another bean. Beans are made for making you rich. Plant them and they soar. Here you want some more. Listen to this roar, times by the score. Well, you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on the boys. All right, Mother Wen, toss the beans again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch just away from this bunch. And the doom, and the doom, and the doom.
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path.
Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes, maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here!
But you said we'd find our way out of this together.
It doesn't matter if we're together or apart.
But we need your help.
You don't understand. My wife was the one who helped. I depended on her for everything.
You would leave your child.
I think my child will be happier in the arms of a princess.
All right. All right, come on. Jack!
I thought you were dead.
Not completely. Are we ever?
As far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you that all of this happened.
I went into the garden to get your mother a gift. And I foolishly took some of those beans for myself.
How was I to know?
How are we ever to know? And when she died, I ran from my guilt. Now aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. Comes the day you say what for. Please, no more.
Disappoint, we disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
They disappoint and turn, I fear, forgive though they won't.
No more riddles, no more jests, no more curses you can't undo, left by fathers you never knew. No more quests, no more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more.
Running away, let's do it. Freed from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? You have to take care unless there's a where you'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions, different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, I'll do it. Why sit around resigned? The trouble is, son, the farther you run, the more you'll feel undefined for what you have left undone. And more, what you've left behind. We disappoint, we leave a mess, we die, but we don't.
We disappoint and turn, I guess, forget though we won't. Like father, like son. No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses, all the wondering what even worse is still in store. All the children, all the giants, no more.
I knew you wouldn't give up.
Well, he wouldn't leave his baby.
It looked like he was going to.
Give me my son. He always cries when I...
Now, what are we to do?
We must have a plan before the giant returns.
There were only some way we could surprise her.
She's too tall to surprise. Good friends! I need your help now more than ever. What of the prince? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giant. What can you do to help? Ew, you could do that? Oh, thank you, Burns. Thank you.
You can talk to birds?
The birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll attack her and peck her eyes out till she's blind.
What good will that do?
Then you can surprise her, strike her, or whatever it is you do to kill a giant.
But once she's blind, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
And she'll crush us.
Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area covered with pitch, and then her shoes will stick and she won't be able to move.
And then I can strike her from behind.
But how'll he strike her and lure her where?
Yes, where?
A tower.
Oh, what tower?
Right in between those two trees. We can send her there.
Yes, send her to the tower.
All right. We have to try something, but quick. It'll be dark soon.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Come on.
No. Don't cry. I know, little one, you want your mother, don't you?
Hello?
The giant went in that direction.
My darling, what are you doing here in those old clothes and with the child? You have to return to the castle at once. There's a giant on the loose.
The giant has already been to the castle.
Oh no, are you all right? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe because I'm not your only love, am I?
I love you, I do. But yes, it's true.
Why? If you love me, would you have strayed?
I thought that if you were mine, that I would never want for more. And there's a part of me that is as content and as happy as I've ever been. But there still remains a part of me that just continually needs more.
I have, on occasion, wanted more. But that doesn't mean I went in search of it. If this is how you behave as a prince, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. I did not ask to be king, and I'm not perfect. I am only human.
I think you should go.
Lee, but I do love you.
Consider then that I have been lost, a victim of the giant.
Is that what you really wish?
My father's house was a nightmare. Yours was a dream. And now I want something in between. Please go.
I will always love the maiden who ran away.
And I, the faraway prince.
They're almost finished. You see over there between those two towers? When the giant comes, you are to send her over there.
Good.
I wanted to climb the towers too.
I'm glad I have you to help me. What's wrong?
My granny's gone.
I'm so sorry.
I think my granny and my mother would be upset with me.
Why?
They said to always make them proud. And here I am, about to kill somebody.
No, not somebody. A giant who has been doing harm.
But a giant's a person. Aren't we to show forgiveness? Mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone.
others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. I wish. I know.
Wait until Mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack, your mother is dead.
Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was arguing with the giant, trying to protect you. She was struck a deadly blow by the Princess Steward.
Why would he do that?
He was afraid that she was provoking the giant.
Can no one bring her back?
No one.
Well, after we're done here, I'll slay him.
You'll do nothing of the kind.
But what he did was wrong. He should pay for what he's done.
He will be. Somehow.
How?
I don't know how. Stop asking me questions I can't answer.
I'm gonna kill him.
Well, then kill him. No. Don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Do things, fight things.
Feel you've lost your way.
You decide, but you are not alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone, believe me.
Truly,
you move just a finger. Say the slightest word. Something's bound to linger. Be heard. No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers. People make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're alone.
Honor their mistakes.
Fight for their mistakes. One another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good.
Just remember.
Just remember. Someone is on your side. Our side. Someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone.
Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side.
Here she comes. Remember, don't let her know our plan.
Where is the boy?
We don't know! Yes, we do! And we can't go on hiding him any longer! Jack must pay the price for his wrongs!
Quick, tell me where he is.
Over there! See that tower? Where the birds are clustered? Jack is in that tower hiding!
Thank you. Now justice will be served, and I shall leave your kingdom.
Good bird! She doesn't look happy. Ouch! The club is stuck in her head. But they've done it! She's swaying! She's bleeding all over. She's beginning to fall! She's beginning to fall this way! Ah!
slotted spoon can catch the potato.
Every knot was once straight rope.
The harder to wake, the better to have.
The greater the good, the harder the blow.
When going to hide, know how to get there.
And how to get back. And eat first.
The knife that is sharp today may be dull by tomorrow.
Now we can all return home. And let us hope there will be no more killing.
Where am I to go? Who is to take care of me?
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not.
I'll take care of him. You will?
Yes.
I'll be your mother now.
Oh, no, please, no.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend. Oh, and a pet.
Of course, we have nowhere to go, so we'll move in with a...
No.
It'll be fun.
My house is a shambles, and there's hardly any room. Of course you can come stay with us.
Oh, and you will come with us too.
You'll not return to the castle?
I would be happy to help you with your house. There are times when I actually enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
And how sad it is that my son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Say that, of course you were meant to have children.
How will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child?
Just calm the child.
Calm the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother, you'll know what to do.
But alone?
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the war. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for gold. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will be all right now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived...
Careful the things you say.
a young maiden,
Children will listen.
sad young lad,
Careful the things you do. Children will see.
childless baker,
And learn.
with his wife.
Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn to learn how to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful
all may last. That's what you can see and turn against you.
Children will listen.
The path we may go
Go seek your happiness, you may lose. The path that you may control.
You can't just hide, you have to bear. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always beams where giant closes. So into the woods you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when, be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, for what you wish you lose at last.
Into the woods, but mind the past.
Into the woods, but mind the future.
Into the woods, but not to stray
Or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant. The way is dark, the light is dim, but now there's you, me, her, and him.
The chances look small,
The choices look grim, but everything you learn there will help when you return
the
there.
light is getting dimmer. I think I see a glimmer.
Into the woods you have to go, but that's the way you learn to cope. Into the woods to find there's hope of getting through the journey. Into the woods each time you go, there's more to learn of what you know. Into the woods, but not too slow. Into the woods, it's nearly midnight. Into the woods to run the wolf, to heed the wish, to honor the giant, to find, to heed, to find, to think, to teach, to join, to go to the